Hi, I'm Arnetta from Lansing, Michigan, and today we're making our waffle cream cheese sandwiches. I got this recipe because I was thinking of something I wanted between a waffle and a cinnamon bun, and I wanted to make it into a dessert. So this is what I came up with. We're going to start by getting our fruit marinated, and I just sliced up some beautiful strawberries that I have, and what I'm going to marinate them in is in a cap full of almond flavor. And then we're going to set those to the side and let that almond flavor get into our strawberries, and we're just going to put that to the side. And then we're going to come over here and get our dry ingredients part mixed up and set that to the side. And here we have 1 3/4 cups of flour, and to this we're going to add half a teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And all I'm going to do is just whisk those together, just like that. And that's our dry ingredients. That's all that is. And we're going to set that back to the side and get our wet ingredients together. Okay. In our wet ingredients, we're going to have 3 eggs, 1 3/4 cups of milk, and we're going to beat those together before we add anything else. Just take your whisk and get those eggs and milk. You really want to break the yolk of the egg and get it mixed in before we get the next ingredient in there. And this dessert has a cinnamon nutmeg twist, and then with the cream cheese filling and the strawberries, it makes for a delicious dessert sandwich. Okay, next we're going to add our brown sugar, and it's 2/3 cups of brown sugar. And we're going to mix that in there. It's not too sweet, but you get the waffle taste, and of course it's a waffle, but you also get the remembrance of a cinnamon bun, and that's what I was going for. And then next we're going to add our oil, and this is just vegetable oil. And then we have our lemon juice. And then our spices, which is just cinnamon and nutmeg. I'm going to mix all those in together. I already have our waffle iron preheated, ready to go. You see that cinnamon and nutmeg already makes this a pretty combination. And then I'm going to add our vanilla, 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla. I'm just eyeballing, but we want 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla. And then for a little zip and zing to make it, interesting and take it to that next delicious level, I'm going to add 2 spoonfuls of apple butter. About 2½ teaspoons of apple butter. Set that to the side, and we're going to whisk that in, and then all we're going to do is bring in our dry ingredients and incorporate it to our wet ingredients, and that gives us our waffle mixture. Just going to come in here while I'm whisking, add in our flour, our salt, and our powdered sugar. We're going to mix that in, get our batter going. And you just want to make sure you use if you're using a blender, you can use a handheld blender. But if you're whisking, you just want to make sure that you get all that flour incorporated inside. Just like that. Well mixed in. And then I'm going to add just a couple of squeezes of honey and mix that in. And you can use whatever honey you have on style, clover honey, organic honey, whatever honey that you have around the house is perfectly fine to use. Okay, that batter looks good to me. So I'm going to set these to the side. Our waffle iron is heated up. And we're going to get a waffle going, and then we're going to work on our cream cheese filling. I'm just using a butter pan spray to spray the top and bottom of the waffle iron. And I'm going to pour one in so we can get one going while we work on our cream cheese filling. And then you're going to just pour your batter like you normally would when you make your waffle. I have a towel under there just for spillage purposes. Okay, while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and get our cream cheese filling ready. We're going to use 1 cup powdered sugar, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and you want it soft because that helps with the mixing and the blending and getting it smooth. And then it's going to make a mess, so don't worry about that. So I'm going to get these together and add a little bit of milk and some honey. Get that powdered sugar and cream going, and I'm going to add some milk. That was about a tablespoon of milk. And then I'm going to add a couple squeezes of honey, so about a tablespoon of honey. If you want a little less, you can use half a teaspoon, but I'm using a full tablespoon of honey. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then going to finish mixing that in. And this is going to be that cream in between our waffle sandwich. And I'm going to show you how we assemble our waffle sandwich. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side. Check on our waffle. Our light's on, so that means our waffle's almost ready. It's not quite ready. So I'm going to get ready to assemble. Once that waffle comes out, I'm going to show you how we assemble it and a little more extras that we add to it. Now, most cinnamon buns have some type of nut on them, and traditionally they have pecans. So I have some chopped pecans to go on it once we make our sandwich. So get our plate ready. Our cream is already ready. And we wait for our waffle. And what you want the consistency of your cream cheese is not a spread or is not a dip, but you want it kind of on the thick side because it's going to go in between the layers of the 2 half waffles. So you want it to be able to hold its own on the waffle. So you don't want it too thin or too thick. So just watch it, and you can add a little bit more milk, a little bit less milk. I started with 1 tablespoon, but you could go up to 2, but watch it before you do that. And all we're going to do here is just wait on our waffle. And once we put our waffle together, we're going to assemble it. And remember, we have our delicious strawberries that's been marinating in that almond. And that almond flavor really pulls out the sweetness of the strawberry, and it adds a different, unique flavor to the strawberry. And that's going to make this also part of a star hit winner for our waffle. So we've got a few more seconds on our waffle, and then we're going to assemble our waffle dessert sandwich. And then this is going to be one of your favorites to make on the weekend, or if you're having brunches, or you have out-of-town guests to come over. This is a week, or your kids have a sleepover. This is going to be your go-to dessert waffle treat. So it's not breakfast, it's not lunch, it's not dinner, it's dessert, but you can make it for brunch and you can make it for dessert. So we got just a few more minutes on here, and then we're going to assemble our delicious sandwich. Now you can also use chopped walnuts, almonds, but I like pecans because that's what I traditionally have when I make a cinnamon bun. And I add the honey in the cream and in the batter because I also add honey in my cinnamon bun, so I want to incorporate the flavors and the spices that I use on both. Okay, so our waffle is ready. I'm going to just pull it right out of the iron. And it's hot, so be careful. And I just want to use the quarter triangles, just like they are, to make the sandwich. So this is going to be the bottom part of the sandwich, just like that. And then you're going to come in, you're going to get some cream. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with some pecans. And then I'm going to put in a strawberry. And then come over here and grab this other side, just like that. I'm going to dollop with a little bit more cream. Some more pecans. And another strawberry. And that is our dessert waffle sandwich. Now you know the best part is tasting this. And it's hot, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to be a hero and try this for you. I want to make sure I have a piece of strawberry with that marinated almond. And that cream in that waffle. That looks good. You can smell that cinnamon and nutmeg, and you can smell that almond. This is delicious. This is absolutely delicious. And you can serve it on individual plates and serve it to your guests, or they can do it buffet style. So I want you to bake, share, and enjoy.